Hey guys, what's up? This is Art once again doing another video. It is either Friday night or early Saturday morning when I'm filming this. So let me look at the clock. Sorry, clock watch, whatever. 12:01, early Saturday morning. Okay, I went to the gym late yesterday. Actually, I've only been back for I just got back like a half an hour ago. Luckily, my gym is 24/7, so that way I could do that, and there's hardly anybody there. There's like no more than 10 people in the whole gym on a Friday night. I guess everybody's trying to drink or try to date, trying to flipping and flapping. Flipping uterus constantly contained. That's probably what they're trying to do. But anyway, people like me who don't have any of that, going to the gym was the best thing for me today. Today was arm day, so I just worked on my arms, biceps and triceps, pretty much. And then tomorrow, when I wake up in the morning, either early morning to late afternoon, I'm going to do some legs, and after that, the cycle for the week is done pretty much, except for Sunday. Had to do laundry and chest, so I got to figure out how to do all that. Because if I don't do laundry really early in the morning, it's gonna be busy as all hell. So that's one thing. Basically, I wanted to talk quick about what I did, some things I did this week, and what happened is I helped a friend of mine move a couple of days ago. It was hilariously funny to a certain extent. I went to the gym earlier that day, and I was like, okay, fine, relax and everything. Took a shower, ate some dinner, and then around about like 6, 7 o'clock. This is when my mom's husband went to the hospital for the kidney stones, and he came back and he was still bleeding. Okay. She calls and it's like, call and texting me like 911. Well, this is a little bit more important than whatever she got going on, because whatever she got going on is probably BS. So after I got that all taken care of, I give her a call. She needs to move out of this person's place. Now, the funny thing is that the last time I talked to this girl was about a couple of weeks ago, maybe. She always talks about this dude, and I'm like, who the hell is this dude that you're talking about? And find out that she was dating some dude. Now, do I care if she dates some dude? No, I don't give a shit if she dates some dude or not. I don't really care. She can date whatever she wants, but the problem is that, like, what the hell's going on with you? She was living in one spot before. Next year, all of a sudden, she's moved to another spot, and then So, basically what happened is this woman, she's constantly looking for love. Okay, constantly looking for love. Because every time I turn around, she gets a boyfriend. Now the funny thing is, before she gets hooked up, she talks to me on a regular basis, once every week or every other week. All of a sudden I don't hear from her for like a month or two, and I'm thinking either one or two things has happened. She either found herself a new boyfriend, or something else is going on. So what happened was, I said, okay, fine. I drive to this person's place. Now the funny thing is, a couple of weeks ago she was staying somewhere. And these two strange dudes was around her, hanging out with her and stuff like that. And I was talking to him, and this other guy was having this really deep conversation. No big deal, right? Comes to find out that this is the boyfriend that she was staying with. Now the funny thing is like I looked up, it's like, what the hell? She had to be out by midnight. Now, I'm like, what is going on here? There was one dude. There was this other dude who I never saw before helping out. One of my old friends that I met through her. He was helping her move too, and we was catching up a bit. And he's kind of out of the loop to a certain extent, but he's like in the loop, it's kind of thing. And here I am. And then what happened is we were moving some stuff, and this guy who I've just met again for the second time was talking to me. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm in love with her still." And when I came to the house, there was this elderly lady, this other lady, and these two, and this younger girl. I was like, "What the fuck am I stepping into?" And then the girl's mother kind of gave me the rundown that we had to be out of here by midnight. I'm like, okay, fine. Okay, so I'm thinking to myself, she got stuff packed. She just couldn't figure out. No, we had to pack shit. Supposedly she had some stuff packed, and the guy just dumped the shit all over the place. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And I looked around, and half the time this girl was bullshitting with her mother. Me and this other dude was doing all the work. Her ex-boyfriend was just roaming around the house. And all these people were looking at me. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And the guy was like, "Yo, man, this is my wife. We're estranged." His estranged wife came over to make sure this girl moved out of the house. His daughter was there, and his mother was there just to make sure this girl moved out of the house and make sure she didn't steal anything. Because of course, what woman would not steal from a dude that unceremoniously got dumped? Okay. So I'm just like here. Okay, so I say, just tell me, let's get some stuff. We're moving stuff. She's up there bullshitting. I'm like, she's frazzled, and I'm like, what the fuck are you frazzled for? Tell us what to move, and let's get this done so we can get this fuck out of here, okay? I can get back on doing what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Problem is that she decided to move all the way into this dude's house. Then after a while, she breaks up with the guy, and they have an agreement to where she stay over there. And of course, his people was like, "Fuck that shit. This bitch got to go." Now the funny thing is this sounds vaguely familiar with this one girl I know. Vaguely familiar. She's always trying to date some dude. And then all of a sudden when she finds this. The funny thing is that, of course, back in the day I tried to date her myself. She chose a better man. Okay. Okay. That was a joke. That was a joke right there. She chose a better man, but then again, I'm glad that me and this girl never dated, because I probably would be pissed off too. Yeah, so, I mean, this girl, I looked up and I was like, so I talked to this guy. I was like, you know what? You moved in too fast. You fell in love with her. She fell in love with you too fast, too soon. And then all of a sudden I was going to say, you know what? She found out you had a house, and then she fell in love with you. And there's a saying: nobody falls in love faster than someone who needs a place to stay. So that's one of the reasons why I'm glad I'm not dating, because some girl thinks, "Oh, you got your own place." No, I don't. I live with my mom. Oh, why you live with your mom? Don't you? And the funny thing is, they give me all this scorn, and that tells me where their mindset is. The problem is, I pay my mom's mortgage, $1,100 a month. I pay my mom's mortgage, which is $1,100 a month. So technically, this is my house. My name is not on it. So I can't afford to pay my mom's mortgage and rent somewhere else. So that's one of the reasons why a lot of times a lot of women pass me by. Once they realize, oh, you live with your mom, you're cut. They don't care if I'm paying the mortgage or not because I live with my mom, because they're thinking, oh, this is a guy who has his own place. He got a good job, good place, good makes decent money, has a place. It's time for me to move in. And that's why a lot of women don't like me. And that's fine. And the fun thing is, it took me a long time to realize that, but that's fine. But like in this girl's case, I'm very easygoing and she's kind of out there. But as you can see, it's a good thing that I'm just her friend and nothing more, nothing less. Because even I get pissed off at her and I want to kill her. But so what happened is that she found out that he found out he has his own house, he has a job and all this other stuff. So guess what? I'm in love with this dude. And guess what? Art is non-existent until she wants to move in, which I would not. I'm not moving her into a man's house. No, move the bitch out of a man's house, obviously, but not moving her in. So, so yeah. So what happened is that, and the funny thing is, I'm talking. I'm sitting after a while. She didn't realize, she knew, this girl did not understand that you cannot take everything with you. She wanted to keep everything with her, and she can't until she gets her own place. She can't keep everything. But guess what? She doesn't realize that because she don't want to do all that. She don't want to start all over. I mean, me personally, I could look up and say, you know what? If I had to move place and place and place, tell you my comics and my comics, my figures and all this stuff, I could move with. I'm not giving them up. But then again, I wouldn't be put in that situation. That's me. Me personally, I would not be put in that situation where I had to move out. That's one of the reasons why I didn't. I had an apartment after I got my job. After a couple of years, I had an apartment. I went and got an apartment, and I was living fine. I was living great. Everything was great. Funny thing is, a lot of women, they always try to, oh, let's date, and and what happened is I never bring them to my house. I always bring them to my mom's house. So they assumed that I was see, because that was my test. My test to see if they, okay, if I was living with my mom, would you still date me? And obviously, see us. And I'm just go to my own apartment. Then all of a sudden, my mom's husband died, and she didn't want to give up the house. So I had two choices: pay for my house, my rent, pay for rent for my place, and pay the mortgage here until she gets on her feet. So I decided to let go of my apartment. I paid it off for the rest of the year lease I had. I looked up. I said, you know what? I basically was staying at my apartment on the weekends, technically, because it was near, funny thing is, my room was still here. I had a room here before I moved out. I had a room here just in case, so I just used this place as storage to try to get out. I was trying to get all my stuff out of storage, but luckily I still had a storage unit. So I was trying to get my stuff out of storage to put it here, and I could live somewhere else. That didn't work too well, so I had to move in here. I got rid of couches, love seat, kitchenware, and all sorts. I got rid of it all. I said, look, I tried to sell it. I said, you move it, you buy it, you move it yourself. So two couches. I had two couches, some furniture, other furniture, dishware, kitchen set, all that. I let all that stuff go for like $200 to $300. Say, hey, name a price and you can pay $50. Okay, fair, go. Because I couldn't keep it. Because I could not keep the thing, and I did not have enough room in my storage unit to keep all that stuff. So that's why I said, here, take, couch $50. I spent $200 to $300 on a couch. Let it go for $30. Fine. When can you get rid of it? We can take it now. They got it. Got my $50. Boom, go. Oh man, why you letting it go so cheap? I said, because I got to move out of here fast, and I can't take it with me. Once I move out, either one or two things, all this stuff is be going to the dumpster, or I'm selling it. Oh, okay. Had a bed, I had a bed, sold the bed. Didn't realize I should have carried my bed with me, but at the time I didn't want to have to carry a big ass mattress. I didn't want to carry this and much. I didn't want to carry it, so I got rid of all that shit. Moved in here. And after that, I've been here. I'm stuck here. And one time that girl, she was thinking about, I could live in your basement. I'm like, no, you can't. No, you're not gonna move into my house, because I know for a fact that what's gonna happen. I know, my mom and her would have been fighting, and guess what? She would have had to move quickly. I know. So that's why I say, But anyway, the funny thing is that they was like, oh my gosh, so how did you rope in? And I said, I'm her friend. And he goes, yeah. And she goes, how? And they looked at us, how the hell did you get hooked up with this broad? Because she's stupid. I said, you know what, sometimes, I said, imagine when you're 20 years old, even though you don't know everything, but you think you know everything. Then when you're like 40 years old, you realize you didn't know shit when you was 20. Well, the thing is, like, I'm at that 40-year-old stage. Most of us are at that 40-year-old stage, and she's stuck at that 20-year-old stage. Everybody's like, oh, yeah. And the funny thing is, they was like, okay, fine. And I looked up and was like, I told her, let us know, tell us what you need to move, because guess what? If they start telling us what to move, trust me, I'm not gonna doubt it. But long story short, she had to dump some. She had to dump some stuff. We had to dump some stuff off at one of her friends' house. They had some space in their garage. Dump some stuff out there. But came back. She went to go dump some stuff there. She had a seizure. Didn't tell anybody that she had a seizure. Her mother has my number. She didn't call to tell me she had a seizure. One of the guys that was there, he went with them to help them dump stuff out. He didn't call and say that she had a seizure. So that's why I was sitting there for over almost an hour to 2 hours. Me and this dude, and I got to know him. Funny thing is, this is prospect new boyfriend number something. I said, oh, okay. And I just told him, I said, look, I'm not going to tell you anything. Some things you got to figure out for yourself. He goes, yeah. I said, so you're trying to date her? He goes, yeah, that's what I was planning on. I was like, oh boy. Because what's going to happen is, I could edit that out, but I don't edit, so I just leave it in. Yes, I farted. I don't care. What do you think? What happens when you work out? It's gonna happen. So what happened was, I know for a fact that what's gonna happen is she's gonna fall in love with him very quickly, and then all of a sudden she's gonna try to move all of her stuff in, and there's certain character defects that he already see already in her and that he don't like. And me and him talked about that, and so I have a feeling, hey, She got to, if she's gonna hook up with this dude, she's gonna make some major choices. So that means she can't do certain things like she used to. So, supposedly me and her is gonna talk about this stuff soon. In the next couple of days, we're gonna hang out and talk about this stuff because it's time for old man Art to give her old man advice, even though she don't like old man Art's advice. It's time for her to, get her own place and keep it. But anyway, so long story short is that I helped out a friend with her own problems. Found out, and in the midst of moving out, she had an eviction notice. This was the last day. So she was bullshitting for over a month, thinking she could overslide some stuff. She got an eviction notice. That day was the last day. She thought she could bullshit her way back in it, give her more time till she could figure out something else to do because she wasn't paying attention. And now all of a sudden she has to move quickly. And I'm like, and I'm definitely gonna bitch at her for that. But then again, here's the question. I could just say fuck it. Don't say anything. But I'm not gonna be doing this shit again. I mean, I'm getting kind of old to be moving shit for other people. Kind of, if you understand that. I mean, it's like me having some friends come over and move me over to this place, and now I get kicked out, and I gotta help you move. Like, you think about it. We're not getting beer, we're not getting pizza, we're not getting paid. I'm just helping your ass out. So at least you can give us some respect and doing all this stuff. So, I don't know. I'm just giving you some updates of what I've been going through. And technically, I know the last thing was a comic book day thing, and I did buy some comic books, which is, I'm glad I did. At least I got something to read for now. Gearing up for the next couple, I'll be working in the next couple of weeks. I'll be on vacation again. And it'll be the first week in October I'm on vacation. That time, Dynamite Kid 100 should be in town somewhere. So I don't know exactly what we're going to do. We might end up doing a live stream. I know we might do a couple videos together. We might end up doing a live stream on his channel. Not here, but his channel. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. But otherwise, just as usual, if you like it, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down. I don't care. It's okay. You want to give me some advice about this matter? If you want to give me some advice about this, let me know down here. Let me know some. Should I tell her my displeasure in a way and tell her I ain't fucking helping her again with any problems like that? Let me know. Or should I just be nice to her and don't say shit and let me know down below? Hey. If you hey, if you like more stories like this, because I got a lot more stories like this. Or then again, I got a lot of other videos that's something similar to this. But hey, that's fine. In life, we all do dumb shit. And tell you the truth, what I did the other night was kind of dumb, helping this girl move at the last minute. It was dumb. But the funny thing is that it opened my eyes to a lot more stuff. Even though my eyes are already open to this girl. That's why she's a friend. Distant friend. But anyway, I talked enough. Think about doing something before I go to bed tonight. Probably watch more YouTube or something like that. And hopefully this weather, because it's kind of cold right now. So I got to figure out a way how to keep keep warm for the rest of the night. So I'll talk to you later without cutting on the heat. I got a mini heater, so I'll cut that on for maybe a couple hours and let it heat up the room for a while, and I can sleep the rest of the night. Who knows? So, and I'm gonna try to get up on early tomorrow and do some legs and stuff like that. Maybe I might try to I kind of want to do some kind of a live stream with me working out, but it's kind of hard to do because there's other people involved and like in the gym and stuff. So I try to, if I want to do that, I'm gonna have to do that outside, when no one's around. Show you what kind of stuff I do. Yes, all the stuff I do to keep my fat ass fat, but that's okay. Talk to you guys later.